Hey guys, I was supposed to film this yesterday, but I got caught up in a lot of stuff, so I ended up not. But anyway, so yesterday when I was doing some work, God gave me a vision of the Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Specifically, when Harry was in the dungeon, basically, I forget what the chamber, I guess, but with Tom Riddle. And so then I watched the clip, and God pointed out this specific part in that clip. So when they were talking, like, it was very prominent that Tom Riddle had a big problem with Dumbledore, because God kind of put it in the sense that, like, Tom Riddle, which is Lord Voldemort, was literally like the enemy, and he had so much resentment. He wanted to be the top, he wanted to be the best, he wanted to have the most powers, and that was ultimately what made his character, was the fact that he wanted all this power but in the wrong way. And then, but the first part of the clip, it was mentioning how Ginny Weasley, opened the chambers, and then he was like, she did this, she wrote the stuff on the wall, and he was like, I can be very persuasive. And that's like also the main part that God was pointing out, is that the enemy is very persuasive. He knows how persuasive he is, because individuals the enemy can't make somebody do something, but he can be persuasive to them. The enemy can't, and I posted this more on my Facebook, but it's like the enemy can't make you do anything. God gave us free will to choose to follow the enemy or to follow God. And so, really with this word, it's that the enemy knows he's persuasive, but he's also very intimidated, and he knows that he doesn't have a lot of power compared to God. And so then, even he's intimidated, thank you, Holy Spirit, he's intimidated by Harry Potter, because he's not afraid of Voldemort. Actually, he's very curious, not in the sense of like bad curious of like, I'm going to maybe get involved. It's like, no, I'm very curious, because I find your presence repulsive. And that's kind of what Harry has always been throughout all the movies. It's just like, I want to take this guy down, I want to understand, and really help the others around me, and show the light of Christ in the sense of Christians, but having that sense that Harry has of just like, be that person who the enemy is targeting, because you are shining the light of Christ, and not being afraid of the enemy, because you know that you have good on your side, in this case the power of God. And that's definitely going to frustrate the enemy. And, Voldemort was always really frustrated at Harry, like, why are you so powerful? And, in his case, it was like his mother's love. But in our case, it is the Father's love when we come into relationship with him. So that's the word I got yesterday, but I'm posting it tonight. So, yeah, God bless you. More to come.